We did confirm recently that every phone one that's sold in India is going to be manufactured locally. So this is super exciting because we are at the Chennai manufacturing unit, which is where phone one is being made. It's interesting because what we are seeing here is the making of phone one layer by layer. This is the pre-assembly phase where the mid-frame of the smartphone is combined with the display, which is being tested separately right behind this. At the end of this assembly line, the two components get molded together, but for it to truly pass the test, it has to stay glued together for a minimum time of 3 hours. So all these panels that are here are glued for 3 hours. There's a pressure test that's done, and if it gets okay, that's when it moves to the next stage. Otherwise, it's just out of the system. This is the final quality check where she just is checking if the display is glued well with the mid frame or not. I'm just happy to see a lot of like green pass on every screen. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. This is where we check the front camera, we check the rear camera and the wide camera as well. That's on the back panel of Nothing Phone 1. And currently this says pass, so that's a good sign. So this test was what I was personally most excited about. This is where the glyph is being tested. So this panel is tested strip by strip. Next up is the gyroscope test. For those who don't know what gyroscope is, that is essentially what enables your phone when you are using navigation or you're playing games. Once all tests are done, the last step is the aging test where the phone goes through 8 hours of continuous tests, all the tests for one last time before it can get packaged. All phone ones being tested right here. This is super exciting. What I have right here is the Nothing Phone 1 all ready to be shipped out and packed in its final box. Do you want to see it? I'm kidding, I can't show it to you. I can't show it to you just yet. They're going to blur it even if I pull it out of the box. It's interesting for us to be able to see this firsthand and not work in silos, and that's the best part about being a part of Nothing and seeing this, working closely with all teams all over the world. I feel really good. I feel happy. It's been a good, rewarding day. I think we should end it with a nice cup of coffee. You can't come to Chennai and not do coffee. Hi. We'll just get some coffee. My story before Nothing. I was a broadcast journalist. I worked with a business news channel and I was in the newsroom for close to a decade. I was looking at startups, I was looking at technology. I know how many devices I would have unboxed and done stories and reviews. And there was a time when every new launch was exciting because there was an significant upgrade from the previous version. And that gap just started diminishing to a point that we reached a moment where the industry was so stagnant, so uninspiring. Interestingly, my journey with Nothing, it started with a pursuit for a good story. I realized that the mission that the company had, I aligned with it instantly because that was a problem that I saw firsthand. This was probably the closest that I would come to solving for that problem, and I wanted to be a part of that journey. The stakes are high. The expectations are high. It's challenging, but if it wasn't, what's the fun? We've also been working so closely with our community. We've been wanting to build Nothing and all our products with them. We're confident of everything that we've built. We know we gave it our best. We've tried to move the needle. So we just need to see if people are ready for it or not.